Good morning. It is Thursday. I am starting work for the day, my job. I work from home exclusively. I do admin for my dad's company. I finish work at 1, sometimes a little bit after that, sometimes a little bit before, depending on what I've got on my plate that day. But I start at 9. So I've been kind of doing some bits and pieces of emails and things for about an hour. But yeah, I felt like I needed to vlog today. I've started pretty early and I don't normally vlog this part of my day, so I made myself a coffee. Writing wise, you would have seen me do some writing this morning. The devotional went out yesterday. For those of you who don't know, I'm a writer. I have a substack. I write twice a week for it. I write a mini faith-based essay that kind of relays different lessons I've learned from my own personal walk with Christianity specifically. And then I also write a culture essay that goes out on a Sunday, which is just a very wide-scoping sort of analytical essay that brings in some personal anecdotes. It usually kind of revolves around current affairs or cultural moments. So I'm working on the culture essay now, which is very close to being done actually. I am going to put in a couple of hours at the latter end of this day to kind of get back to where it needs to be. We're supposed to be going to the gym today. I'm trying not to lose momentum with it. The last time I went to the gym was Tuesday. Had a day off yesterday because I was filming some bits and I just didn't want to lose the daylight, and I was just a little bit slumped with work. Today we're doing an upper body day and a run. Whoopee. I'm going to make some breakfast in a minute. I'm trying to figure out if I want to do savoury or sweet. We've got cornflakes or porridge, or we've got eggs as usual. Seems like, for the next years it will be cannibals from what we see. We heard from sources that are also very practical and they're adults. But I've spoken to a few over the post. For a while we heard that things have recovered. Currently having our bathroom renovated and my room is literally right next to the bathroom, so if you hear any banging, that is why. I'm ready to go to the gym. Got my gym top on. Just doing a small amount of skincare beforehand, and then I think the plan will be to go and just finish off a little bit of writing. My gym is on the high street, and so there's a lot of coffee shops and stuff. My coffee shop of choice is Cafe Nero, which if you're from London, and I want to say Europe as well, you'll know what that is and you'll know that they make the best coffee. I would just take some coffee from home, but I'm trying to be a little bit more considerate because I realise that apparently it's a thing that people don't like it when you do that. They feel like you're stealing like a seat from a paying customer, which is like valid, so I'll just buy like, I don't know, some sort of hot drink that I don't have at home. I literally just put some serum on, some eye cream and some like SPF. I'm gonna finish with some vitamin E hydrating mist. This is literally just the Superdrug brand, and I've been using it for a couple years now, funnily enough. Kind of just adds that layer of like a moisturiser without me bringing out my good expensive moisturiser for the gym. I'm not gonna do a super long run, A, because I can't be bothered, but also I don't want to stink. If I'm going to a coffee shop afterwards and I'm not coming home first, that's just not going to be ideal. Got my gym bag, brought it end of last year. I've just got in here hand sanitizer, card holder with my gym pass and like my debit cards, credit cards, all that sort of stuff. Another hand sanitizer for some reason. A couple of these sorts of resistance bands. Some anti-bac wipes, some intimate wipes. The hydration mist that I literally just used, but in like a little traveller container. My keys tangled in like a resistance band. A hairband. Hand cream. Earphones, earbuds. One chewing gum. And a sweatband. I've got a waist trainer which helps me to engage my core when I'm like doing weight training stuff, and also when I'm doing like core stuff, and also helps me to get snatched, obviously. A lot of people don't feel like it works. It's worked for me personally, so I just have never really let it leave my gym bag. This is one of 2 lifting gloves as well, which I use anytime I pick up a weight because I want to have soft hands. Going to take my deodorant with me as well, just to be on the safe side. I'm gonna see if I can fit my laptop in here. It's raining, so I'd rather my laptop be in a waterproof bag, such as this one. It is Saturday afternoon. I've come back from my drama class. I wanted to like talk about what I've written about this week. I've finished all my writing for the week. I finished it yesterday. We're still in a flow state. I've been waking up early. I've been like making my herbal teas and lighting my candles and locking in for like an hour and a bit. And it's been really putting me in a good place writing wise, so that I'm not like running around like a headless chicken on the weekend. The devotional went out on Wednesday. The devotional this week was about being afraid to ask God what he thinks. There have been situations where I have kind of anticipated what I think God is going to say if I was to ask him for guidance or direction on something that I'm unsure about. And usually it's an answer I don't like. I'm hesitant to receive a no, essentially, or a yes that asks more of me than I might want to give. I always feel like when I bring something to God and I'm unsure about what he's going to say, and I feel like I'm not going to get the answer I want to get from him. A lot of the time he doesn't actually answer it, or he doesn't actually think what I think he thinks, and that's often because we kind of associate God with authoritarianism and just somebody who just makes you do stuff without any kind of like explanation, or you just have to like earn your way into his heart by doing certain things. He's not a God that hasn't walked this earth, that doesn't know the complexities of the human experience. All of his advice and his guidance is well informed. Now obviously there are things that are very clear in the Bible that there's not really a lot of wriggle room on, but there are other things that we presume based off of the kind of God we think we're serving, that, you know, if you were just to go to God and ask him himself, he actually has more to offer you than like a yes or a no. And then the culture essay, which is going out tomorrow, which I have finished already. It's about scenarios where almost isn't quite enough, and our tendency to misjudge which circumstances need like precise, accurate, certain sort of answers, solutions, actions, and which circumstances we can kind of get by using estimations and like almost being right, like being in the vicinity of the right answer. I was inspired by a TikTok I saw where someone was like, indecision is basically the product of viewing every choice as a decision, and obviously those two words are different. We use them a lot interchangeably because they're synonyms of one another, but they are not the exact same thing in every circumstance, and that's kind of what put me on track to start thinking about, you know, what other scenarios do we do that where we kind of think, oh well, close enough, it will do. I will put a link in the description so that you can kind of see what it is I actually mean, because I feel like these things are better read than they are listened to. But I did do a video essay, a very brief one on TikTok, about this essay. So anyway, this is practically me signing out the vlog and saying thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm trying to like vlog consistently this year. I did kind of get in the flow of it at the end of last year, like the last half of last year. I got a lot better at vlogging and making the vlogs a little bit more interesting, but I will see you in the next one.